Welcome back. Well, the British government, through its export credit agency, UK Export Finance, says it will now accept Naira payments from Nigerian business owners who make procurement in the United Kingdom. The British government says the local currency financing structure follows the same format as the conventional buyer credit in sterling or any other currency. The British Department for International Trade department says Nigerian businesses buying British goods or services and taking out a loan in Naira from a bank in Nigeria can benefit from the UK government-backed guarantee, which is worth about $750 million. Let's talk more about this with Mr. John Isemede, a trade expert and the former Director General of Nigeria Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture. Good morning, Mr. Isemede. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
So what, in your opinion, might be the rationale behind this gesture by the British government towards the Nigerian government?
Thank you very much. The beauty of the whole thing is that I belong to the two angles. I'm a member of the Institute of Export Nigeria and a full member of Institute of Export UK. And first and foremost, we have to thank the British government for this gesture. We are not going to condemn, but they are issues, and we must be extremely careful. Nigeria is not the only British colony. Will you tell a Ghanaian to import or export goods in cedi in a situation where the Ghanaian cedi is tied to the US dollar? Most investors in Ghana invest their money in treasury bills. We have to start from the positive aspect of it. You are giving us 750 billion. We are not talking of engineering structure. In engineering, you cannot take risk. But in business, you can take risk. For instance, the yam export we made, people were grumbling here and then, and I told them, even if we score 10% or 1%, we can improve on that. And what the British government has put before us is a risk. And who is going to guarantee that risk? It's Nexim. Because when you are talking of import and export, you look at the trade policies of your country, not Britain unilaterally telling us of what to do to guarantee. If you are importing into Nigeria, you take CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, because the bill of lading is in your name. In case of anything, you are the one who owns the good that has to take what you call it, insurance cover. If you are exporting, it's on FOB because we don't have the social infrastructure. We pay the shipping company if it's on CIF, because export cannot be on CIF. It can only be on FOB or C&F. CIF is that you are insuring goods that does not belong to you. But you can take GIT for goods coming from Kano or from Lagos to Lagos. If we look at the scenario of what British has put before us, we have a body in Nigeria structurally responsible for that responsibility of protecting Nigerian exporters. Because they are goods, they are products that are seasonal. We have warehouses where you have cocoa, you have sesame seed and all that stored. But if there's a devaluation of the Naira, who pays you the difference? Is it the British government or the Nigerian Nexim in Nigeria?
But so far, the Naira has been stable.
Naira has been stable. Let me give you some examples. The Commonwealth, we have 52 countries. How many of these 52 countries that the British government is talking to export in their own local currency? In West Africa, we have Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and Gambia. Liberia is more or less of America concern. All right. If you now have to, if the Naira is stable, let me give you 3 good examples. In West Africa, we have 16 or 15 plus 1 countries, out of which in the past we have 10 different currencies. Today we have 8 because Guinea-Bissau has surrendered their peso to the BCAO. The BCAO, which is the CFA, is tied to the British franc. Is tied to the French franc. Now the French franc is part of the euro, is part of the euro. What happened? In Nigeria, we have governor of central bank. In Ghana, we have governor of Bank of Ghana, and so on and so forth. In the Francophone, we don't have governor of central bank, we only have currency centers. We don't discuss about budget padding deficit, zero budgeting. You don't talk of MPC, you don't talk of interest rate, you don't talk of exchange rate. All these things are controlled by France. When the CFA was devalued in 1992, it cut across board. Then you now come to West Africa. Nigeria and Ghana cannot devalue currency the same day. And Sierra Leone and Gambia cannot devalue currency the same day. When the Francophone is doing their business, it is local arrival. Because what we call countries in international trade in West Africa is like Lagos State buying from Ogun State. When you devalue the Naira in Ogun State, it affects people in Enugu, it affects it. Then when you are now talking of business between Nigeria and Ghana, it is import and export, not arrival. But if you are discussing also business with Benin Republic, it is import and export. In 1995, ECOWAS was put in place. The first pillar was the West Africa Clearing House, which, as a result of failure, it was now coined West Africa Monetary Agency. Why were Nigerians or other West African countries not there? Because of the constant devaluation of our currency. And who bears the losses? Even NEXIM that has put in place is the MD of NEXIM should be the one who will tell us with an approval that they are prepared to guarantee. It's not the British government guaranteeing Nigerian exporters. They are now taking the function and responsibility of NEXIM, which some of us now have to say, we thank them for this move. Secondly, we have to put our own house in order. It's not going to be a unilateral decision. Britain is leaving the European Union. And in that European Union, you have 28 members. Britain never surrendered their currency. They never surrendered the passport issues and all that. Now, if they go, there's agreement under the ACP, Africa, Caribbean, and the Pacific, which we call the Lomé Convention, under which you have the MFN. That is the members of the favored nation, under which you now have the GSP, Generalized Scale of Preference, which is not reciprocal, that if you allow goods from third world countries, we are not going to pay duty because you have lowered the tariff. Now, if Britain is out of the EU, it's going to be very stormy for some of us, whether we export in Naira, we export in British pound, because some of the agreement under the ACP agreement will not be applied. The EU1 certificate we used to get from Nasima and all that, Britain will not accept it. So let us now educate our people. It's not somebody giving you carrot. We thank them, but who bears the risk? There are two other good examples. In 1993, in Nigeria, we had dual exchange rates. We have the official exchange rate. CBN was exchanging the dollar at 22. While those of us who were exporters was 40. But because of this dual exchange rate, there were problems in Nigeria market. A lot of embassies now move their accounts out of Nigeria because they get their inflow 22. But if they want to go to the market or they want to buy other things, it is now 40. What the government did is that let us merge the official rate and the extra rate. It became 30. What eventually happened? Those who bought cocoa and all that, were they guaranteed? Were the price differential paid? Then the last one is that companies exported commodities, sugar and all that.